This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, this is Raj here. I'm a business management graduate by qualification, over a decade and a half years of experience in training. Today we are going to discuss about the importance of JAD session in business analysis. So JAD is a kind of session which will be comes under requirement illustration under the knowledge areas of BA. Requirement illustration nothing but understanding the requirements from different ways. Means when you are gathering requirements or when you're understanding requirements from the stakeholder perspective, sometimes we send some questionnaires and all that, right? Focus groups, all that, right? There are different ways of understanding requirements from the customers. So among all that, there is a technique which we call it as JAD, which is also called as a workshop. It's a kind of session we are going to discuss about the kind of requirements what we have understood versus the expectation of the client. So this is the full form of JAD is as follows: joint application and development session. This is what the full form of JAD is all about. This is a kind of technique which will be used for us to understand as well as developing business requirements in the initial stages of the project development. So how do you do this? For this, what you need to do is we need to invite all the stakeholders under one roof. It's a kind of workshop, I can say. So wherein we are inviting all the stakeholders under one roof, both external as well as internal, means business owner, representative, I could say, technical owner, subject matter experts, at the same time project management team, architects, senior technical professionals. All these people will be there in this JAD workshop, wherein we discuss about what are we going to develop and what expectation versus reality, means what is reality happens versus what customer is expecting. So we need to understand the difference between expectation as well as reality, and what problems we may be facing in this during the development time and all. Followed by this, whatever the changes do we require to maintain, all that will be comes under the JAD session. This is what happens in the initial stages of the project development. But there are and different roles are there in the JAD, because all the most of the people will be involved in this. Different people will be involved. So those roles are as follows. You could see the first role, we call it as JAD facilitator. JAD facilitator is the person who will be facilitating the JAD session by taking the decision and all everything in coming days. Usually this is the role will be played by the person who is from business analyst background. Means, for example, if I am being a business analyst, I act as a JAD facilitator, wherein by inviting all the stakeholders on a single day and a single time at one location. So wherein we discussed about what we understood and what customer is expecting, right? All this discussion will be taken place. So because of conducting this workshop, it reduces the complexity of understanding the requirements and all. So that's the reason why JAD facilitator plays a vital role here. Apart from JAD facilitator, you can see another role called as documenter, or else we can call it as scribe, SCRIBE, scribe. So this role will be played by the people who wants to capture the notes, means whatever the conclusions we have made, where we have differed, what we have accepted, what we have rejected finally, all that will be prepared as a notes by the documenter or a scribe. This will be useful for sure. This will be useful as a reference manual, reference document when people are working on the project, when developers and all, everybody were working on the project. So it's used as a reference document. So what we have discussed and what we have accepted, rejected, deferred, all that we come to know in this. Apart from this, business experts, technical support people from the external point of view, external stakeholders and all will be involving in this, so that they could explain you about the describing of the business, about the rules of business, all that. Next, project manager, because project manager is the person who manages the project. So he'll come to know what is the depth of understanding of the project which is required for us to develop the project. Followed by this, how many days it will be taken for us to complete. So apart from this, what kind of model we need to use, because when you are developing an application, as far as the SDLC models is concerned, we have different ones. Like we may use waterfall model, we may use V model, or else we may be using incremental approach or iterative approach and all, or else we may be going for agile process, right? It's purely depends on the importance of the delivery of the project, changes in requirements, volatility of requirements, all these things. By keeping all these in mind, project manager will decide which model is to be used and all this. So apart from that, executive sponsor, who will be the manager, who will be looking after the business and all this. Apart from that, observers, like nothing but project team members, all that, right? So these are the different roles who will be in the JAT session, so that most of the people will be involved here, even architects, right? So architect will prepare some initial architecture and it will be shown on the JAT session. So what expectation customer has, what are all the changes they were expecting, everything will be explained there itself. So it reduces the complexity so that it gives a clear roadmap for us to complete the project in coming days. Next, if being you are a facilitator, for example, if you are a business analyst, if you are a facilitator, what steps we have to consider when we are preparing a JAT project plan is as follows. The first thing is, if you are a JAT facilitator, means with reference to the JAT facilitator role, I am mentioning all this because we being a business analyst turned JAT facilitator prepare this JAT project plan and all that, right? The first step is to identify the project deliverables, means what is the final conclusion of the project we need to deliver to the customer. Followed by this, with reference to that, whatever the required checkpoints we have to consider will be considered by the JAT facilitator. Next, whatever the required checkpoints we have identified, that has to be organized. Followed by this, you need to identify the key participants, means who should participate in the JAT, because whoever are important really for the project, who can show impact on the project requirements, followed by the interest, right? So those two things will be taken, impact as well as the interest. Means these are the two aspects we will be considered when we are understanding or identifying the key participants and all. So once identification of key participants, usually we send an invitation to all these people to come and attend and all that. So all these things will happen. So after this, we have to define the workshop scope. What would be the scope of workshop, and how to approach this, right? What is the approach mechanism? Because all the points have to be completed, right? All the points which are relating to the project has to be completed here. But there must be a timeline, right? For example, if you're discussing about the architecture of the project, it must be not more than 15 minutes. This is how it is. So that what happened, even though you're completing right from dawn to dusk, whole the portion of the project, everything will be included in this. So approach as well as length and all, everything is something essential in JAT project plan. So before you're going to conduct the JAT meeting, so we need to conduct kickoff meetings and all. So how it is, how it move further and all, everything we come to know this. At the same time, we need to review the flow of information order by order, 1, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, so on, right? So this the flow of information we have to cross check, and how much time it will be taken, right? How much time it will be taken, and when are we going to conduct, where are we going to conduct, followed by the dates and the locations. So these are the steps will be taken into consideration being a facilitator when we are preparing JAT project plan in business analysis. This is something very much essential and important, especially when we are working on the traditional models, not on agile, because in agile usually we have regular stand-up meetings like scrum meetings and all, everything will be conducted. So we don't require much about JAT and all there in agile. But for sure, when we are working on traditional models and all, this JAT project plan is something essential and important to have a better success rate in the project. I hope you people have understood this video well. Thank you. See you. Bye.